Welcome back. I hope you're enjoying the series of how to climb out of X rank or how to escape X rank. We're looking at it from the DPS perspective this time. If you guys are a healer or a tank player, I have both of those videos on my channel already. Check the link down in the description below. If you don't know how this works, what I do is I take the game-winning game. So this is the game that I needed to get to gold. I take that game-winning game and I review it. Whether I play well or not, we're reviewing this game and we're going to discuss the differences between silver DPS players, gold, and just high rank and everything in general. Now, I am playing a character that I don't play because I want to get as close to your experience as possible. The game knowledge matters more than your actual skill with the character, okay? So I am playing characters that I don't know for this series, so that way you guys can kind of have a more connected experience, because I'm going to be making the same mistakes that you make with these characters, whether it be off aim, off abilities, or whatever, but you're going to notice it doesn't prevent me from winning my matches. All right, so first things first is positioning at the start. Doesn't matter if it's in convoy, doesn't matter if it's in domination. I feel like a lot of people don't know how to position or know where to go from. A lot of the times you want to put yourself at off angles or you want to flank. If you're playing something like Hawkeye or, Hella, like these other characters, you don't really want to flank a lot, right? You can, but you don't want to. You want to just put yourself more at off angles than flanking. Right now, I'm at an off angle because I want to be able to do damage without taking damage as much. And there's also a health pack right here, so it's a great spot. What we're gonna do is just kind of wait. I hear the guy below me, but I don't see him. You see him in the replay, but I don't see him in the game. I'm deciding to drop on him, but I didn't see him yet. So I'm just putting some damage down, getting some ultimate charge. He hits me and I drop down. It's unfortunate because I was gonna drop down before he hit me, but he hit me first. So I lose this 1v1 and it's okay, I run away. The point of this is to limit test, okay? When you're playing DPS, you wanna limit test as much as possible. If you do not, you will get to a rank that is going to stop you for every single mistake because you're playing too timid. You need to learn how to play in a stressful environment, and the best way to do it is in a rank where people already make mistakes. It's way easier for you. When I play in high rank, I'll usually play Namor or Hawkeye, basically more conservative characters rather than something like mechanical like Star-Lord, because that requires you to actually main the character. Same thing for like Psylocke. Like these are characters where like if you play in high rank and you're not a specific main, you're probably going to get dumpstered. So I don't play those characters in high ranks, but I am learning, right? Just like I said, I want to learn as much as possible. Now, even though I lost this fight, what did this do? When you're going for fights and when you're limit testing, you need to understand that there are good times to do it and bad times to do it. Every moment, the game is going to be at one of these states for each team. You have a push state where one team is pushing. You have a retreat state, which one team is running away. Then you have a stalemate. Ooh, that is not an S. It kind of is. A stalemate type of phase where it's like we're just kind of looking at each other. Right now, it's a stalemate phase, right? So people are waiting for the DPS to make a play. It doesn't always have to be the DPS, but for the most part, it usually is going to be the DPS player to make a play. And so this fight right here, you might be thinking, well, I lost and it was a waste, but it wasn't. Let's check back real quick. What is this guy doing before we hop down? Where is he? Okay, here we go. This guy right now is looking for shots on my team, right? He's looking to pop shots into the tank, looking to pop shots into Namor. So me being above him, me being ready to drop on him is actually relieving the stress for my team. So it's not actually a bad thing. I said actually a lot there. I apologize. It's not a bad thing. So I go down here, try to do some damage. I actually don't end up winning that fight. Obviously, I run away. One thing you want to learn how to do as a DPS is to run back to your healers. Most of the time when people play this game as a DPS, even in high ranks, the healer will try to go out their way to heal. And what will happen is, let's just say that Cloak and Dagger like walked here to try to heal me, and she gets like Hawkeye sniped and she's dead for trying to heal you. You don't want that to happen. You want to learn how to go back to your healer, get health, and then go back and start fighting again, or go back to a health pack, whatever you need to do. So we're just pumping the damage down. I'm just trying to get in some moments. I reposition. Reposition is something big when it comes to playing DPS. You never want to be in the same location all the time, right? Did you see these guys already getting ready to collapse on us? now that I repositioned, they have to think about aiming somewhere else. Look at this guy. Well, I got to aim up there because this guy just went up there. Yes, you do. I'm making it so that they can't all funnel and focus on one spot. This also allows us to try to find an opening for either me or a teammate. Look at this. The fact that I did that allows for them to focus onto the Groot. Does the Groot end up dying? No, but he's really low and he's forced to retreat. All that because I just moved. It's that easy. So now I'm up here just kind of playing space. I see he's getting ready to throw a hook. I decided to dodge it. Go back to my healer, get some health. Go back up. I tried to like fake this, but it didn't work out as intended. So yeah, it happens. Test stuff sometimes. We go back up and we play this spot again. Now I ended up dropping down and I knew I could have, I know I could have gotten the kill, but I did it because I misplayed. Now you might be thinking, Poppin, that was awful. It was, I agree. But also, think about it from a macro perspective. If you don't know what macro is game knowledge. Micro is more button pressing, okay? So think about it on a macro perspective. What did I just do in that scenario? All right. Go up here. Not only do we gain the attention, right? But when I do this, I should have killed that Jeff. I should have just flipped out. I should have just flipped out and then killed him, or I should have shot him before I came down and then did that, and I would have killed him. And I probably would have lived if I would have, but I didn't, because, you know, limit testing. But what it did was allow us to not only get Jeff low, we got Rocket low, we also got Moon Knight low, and Jeff ended up dying. So we actually traded 1 for 1. And kind of like 1.5 because he's low. Who's gonna heal Rocket? He can heal himself, but now he's kind of out the fight. And he could end up dying too. So although I went in at a bad time because I could have easily just pressed the scoreboard and looked at my Cloak and Dagger having ultimate up, although it was a poor time in that sense, it was a good time in terms of when to take that fight, when to look for that limit test. Now they did have to retreat, unfortunately. I guess someone else died. Again, that was on me. I should have been able to get more kills out of that, but I didn't. But that's the point. That's the point that I'm emphasizing right now. Like, I'm playing characters that I don't normally play so I can be closer to your experience. I don't play Star-Lord, ever. But I'm using him on this climb because I want you to be as close. I want to be as close to your experience as possible. You're not going to be the best ever with your character. You're going to make mistakes. Obviously, I make mechanical mistakes. I make timing mistakes, right? But I still know how to win a game. That's what I want to get you in. All this mechanical, crazy button pressing stuff, that will get better over time without you actually needing to focus on it. I will get better at Star-Lord as I play. I don't need to focus on it. The more I click, the more buttons I press, the better I get at them. What you won't get better at is game knowledge. This is what we need to focus on when we're playing the game. I was super mad that I got killed here. I was like, oh my God. I always die to that dude. Every time not every time, but I do probably do it once a match where I just will die. And it's like, man, I really should be focusing. So these mistakes are minor. Again, don't really focus too much on that. Really focus on getting as much practice as you can. I'm not doing bad macro gameplays. I'm just having flubs in my button pressing, right? This guy's right here shooting at us in his turret. So I decided to just sit right here, right? He's focused on me while my team is having their little fight down there. He decides to come up here and I was like, bro, let me handle you real quick. But then I started to get chased by other people. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm not gonna handle you real quick. I get a health pack. I think I end up dying again. Yeah, I end up dying again because I went to a really bad spot, right? That was more of a panic rather than like having a game plan. But these are what you're gonna have to do. You're like, Poppin, this is not helping me. Trust me, it is going to help you. Learning when to limit test. I already knew we weren't gonna end up in a bad situation for that. Learning when to limit test and learning that it's okay to limit test. It's okay to die. You will climb. Now there's some games where I'll drop like 40 bangers, right? I mean, granted, I didn't warm up before this game. But I don't really want to use that as an excuse. It's my fault for not playing the match. But as the game progresses, I get progressively better. We're going in here, taking this 1v1. Luckily, she helped me, I think. And we're just fighting. We're trying to get in there, dude. We're trying to like do some things. If you're playing something like Hawkeye or you're playing something like Hella, you don't want to get this close, obviously. You want to try to keep distance, but I would encourage you to get close enough so that way they can pounce on you. So let's just say maybe you're right here or right there. Get close enough so they can pounce on you, right? And that way you know how to play the situation. I guarantee any high rank player, whether it's a support or a DPS or a tank, whatever, if someone's in front of their face, they understand how to play. I can handle someone in front of my face. When I play Namor, when I play Hawkeye, when I play I play some Scarlet Witch up there too. When I'm playing these characters and people get in my face, I know how to fight. Those characters aren't as mechanical as Star-Lord. You mess up on Star-Lord in any sense, you probably will die, but that's just the nature of the character for the most part. Like, your timing has to be pretty on point. I took another 1v1. I was like, bro, let's have some fun, right? I already know my team is handling them, so I was like, let's have some fun, let's game. Dude, we were gaming. I loved it. It was fun, right? Now, their team was pushing. This was super troll. I don't know why I just did this. This was just dumb. Look, I was in the moment. I was jamming to music, man, all right? So at this point, all jokes aside, I start to like buckle up my gaming because I'm like, okay, I'm kind of trolling my team. I get that I need the limit test, but like now it's just costing the game. So I play smarter, right? Learning when to turn off the limit testing, learning when to turn on how to play properly is going to let you improve your gaming at the same time as that's like win matches at the same time, you know? So if you're like weightlifting or you're going to the gym, right? Usually it's recommended that you do one part of your body and then you rest that part of the body the next day. Thinking about it in the game sense, I was limit testing by 1v1ing and just going crazy. I'm gonna let that rest now and play conservatively and actually go for kills that are actual real kills, right? My fun is over. My good time is over. I'll still limit test in high rank too, I'm not gonna lie, but they punish you a lot harder, a lot quicker, so I don't do it as much because I'll lose the game. So now I just know that I need to play a little bit safer. I'm just gonna try to distract, try to get a little close, you know, pump some bullets out, really not do nothing crazy. Do a little bit of damage, go back in, you know. This isn't a Star-Lord guide. I have no clue how to play this character. I'm learning as I play. I'm having a good time though. Now I see that they're pushing, right? Remember, one of the states are gonna be pushing. So I know that they're pushing right now. We're gonna break that push. We're gonna break that pressure and relieve that stress. I do end up dying, but that opening is what we needed for our team to break that push and get back on their feet. Again, it's all about timing. If we wanna go back and you wanna see exactly what they were doing at this point in time. Okay, here we go, right? Look at it from their perspective. They're pushing right now. She's low. There's only 2 people on point or getting ready to defend. There's someone up there and someone else is, I think, running back. Yeah, 2 are running back from base. They are pushing and I don't want this to happen. I can break this push. This is something you want to think about when you're playing is, do you have the capability to break a push? Do you have a capability to break a stalemate? Do you have a capability to break a retreat? Like, do you have the capability to really impact in situations? I already knew I did, so we just let her rip. Even though I died, it was for a good cause. That's the point. You're not playing, when you play DPS, when you play the game in general, I really want you to think about this, but DPS specifically, when you play DPS, you need to get that KDA mindset out of your head. It is not about how many kills or how many deaths you have. It is about how much impact you have on the game. I can die 30 times, hope I don't do that, and have 10 kills, but as long as those 30 deaths and those 10 kills were impacting the game to get us the win, it doesn't matter. Everything I did in this game, it might seem troll. When you're looking at it from an outside perspective, gameplay has always seemed troll, right? You always got someone who's like, you could have done that better, you could have done that better, you could have done that better. But I'm telling you right now, when you see them play the game, they're not gonna do anything of what they told you to do, okay? This is why I own up to my mistakes, because I understand I could do better. Obviously, I understand that during the game. But I also understand KDA doesn't matter. When people rage and whine and chat about you being negative or whatever, don't worry about it. You'll come back later. The game is not over. like I said, know how to turn off my limit testing and not be so stupid. So I could do that freely. So that's what I did. So anyway, we're still flanking. That's one of the main goals, right? Is flanking, flanking, flanking. Trying to see what we can do. Try to get a little bit of limit tests. I end up dying again, right? But it once again was for benefit. I'm not. It might seem like I'm just like running in and dying repeatedly, right? It might appear that way, but I promise you that I'm not. Everything that I'm doing has a reason. If we look at it from this perspective, we just lost Penny, which is our tank, right? We don't have one, right? How can we salvage this? Can I salvage the push? We could all retreat and wait for Penny, but my team is actually doing a pretty good job fighting. So I use this to my advantage. I come back, I come down, and I start to focus on him. Realistically, though, I did not see that guy right there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not see Winter Soldier. I didn't know he was there. I should have been more cognizant about the situation. But regardless, I did what I wanted to do. I have one person on me. I have two people on me. I have three people on me. That broke the push, right? Look at it. That broke the push. And my team was able to make a fight happen, which they should not have won. That is not a fight they should have won. But because I went in at the right time, we were able to break the push. Now, I will say, if I were a better player, which hopefully I plan to be, by the time we get to Diamond with this role, I could get the kills and live, right? If I would have just got the kills and lived, that would have been even better. But I didn't because I'm troll. But I'm learning. I'm learning, man. At least I understand when to do something. So I go here, get some damage off, break their formation. I die again. I know. Poppin', you die a lot. I do, but I win my matches. What's up? Go ahead and sit there with your 20-0 and lose matches while I'm sitting there with my 0-82 winning them. What's up? Okay, I don't die that much. Let's be honest. All right. Now I have to kind of play for real because we have to like win, right? So now I'm more focused on winning the match. So we're coming out on an off angle. I see that she's there. I lied. I did limit test a little bit more. Dude, it's hard not to limit test on Star-Lord. Like, you don't get better with this character unless you like run it. So I go in, I'm like, bro, what's up? I should have just left it here. I should have left it there and just continued to fight here while she was up there. Bro, that's free. That's free money right there. But, you know, I freaking thought I can handle her. When she wins in close quarters and she's at a slope, I'm a troll. So that was just like a horrible death. That didn't really benefit anything. I won't lie to you guys, I didn't do anything. I'm once again looking for her because I want to know if I win this matchup, and if I do, how. So I'm still contributing to my team though. As you see, I'm looking down and still shooting, right? The only way you get better is by taking these fights. So I'm trying to see if there way I can win. Do I like lose to you all the time? Or do I lose to you sometimes? Luckily, I was able to get out, make it back. I had an escape plan that time. So we get back, we go back in, playing with my team, just kind of thinking about where's the next opening. We go in, we just dip out. I know there's a health pack over here. This guy wanted to have a 1v1. Yo, we were gaming. And then I do something stupid. I like randomly go this way, and it's like, I didn't pay attention to he's still there. It was, it was so troll. It was so troll. Another mistake, right? So we're compounding mistake on top of like limit test mistakes. I'm doubling the mistakes of an average player. But at the end of the day, I understand how to win my matches. Once again, I can't put enough emphasis on it, or I can't emphasize it enough. I know how to win the game. So going out, trying to just like get somebody to look at me, you know, flanking is a big part of it. When I seen that Penny engage, I decided to engage as well. Counter engage, her engage, get the kill on this. Now they're forced to pay attention to me. Get that opening, boom. Go on this guy because I knew he was cocooning. So we go on that guy, right? One thing that people don't do a lot, and I tend to do it quite often, is if they are coming back from their base, like let's just say I know that they're coming back from their base, Who's coming? Star-Lord. So Star-Lord is coming back from his base. What I'll do is I'll like wait at a weird spot, and when they come back, I'll just jump them and kill them. You don't need to always wait for them to come back to the point. You can kill them prior to getting there, especially if you know you win that 1v1. So I'm just kind of jumping around, getting this guy's face. Whatever. Cool. Gaming. I see that they're there, so I'm just chilling, kind of preventing them from approaching the point. Don't need to go in here. There's not really a reason. When I die from these, when I go in, it's mostly because if I were a better player, I'd be able to pull it off. Right here, I heard he was opening a portal, so I tried to just get in his face, decided to run away. A lot of in and out gameplay. This Warlock was looking for the 1Vs. He was looking for the hands. Dude, this guy was kind of good, though. I'm not gonna lie, this guy was a gamer. Now, you might be thinking, Poppin, how did you not kill this guy already? Maybe Poppin didn't want to kill this guy. There's always another reason to why I'm doing something. This guy is a healer that's messing with me and not helping his team. For a span of like 20 seconds, mind you. We're not killing this guy, but he's not helping his team. And we're just getting, look, we're just getting the push like it's nothing. And now they're just in a really crappy spot. Look at this. He wasn't even aware. I was aware of the whole entire situation and this guy wasn't. Now I'm going in, chilling. I died. But, there's no but. I shouldn't have went in. I got a little greedy. I did. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of deaths. I love it. I love it because this really goes to show you that if you're playing a character like Star-Lord or Psylocke or Magic or Black Panther, like these characters that go in, this is what it's gonna look like. This is what improving at the game is going to look like when you play these characters. You are going to suck. You are going to die. You are going to lose a lot. I don't lose that often because I understand how to win, like I said before, but that's because I'm a higher rank than this. But should I be like a gold player playing this character or a silver player, I would lose a lot of my games at first because you're learning, right? There's no way to really come back and win if you don't know what you're doing. You have to learn. I know that guy's direction of leaving was this way, so I decided to cut him off. We see him cocooning. Give him some space so that he doesn't kill me. He still kills me. Oh no, I died to Squirrel Girl. Right? But we end up winning the game. Now you might be thinking, Poppin, you didn't contribute at all. I contributed quite a lot. Every single push I contributed into. Every single defense I contributed in some way. What you see from the first player perspective is different from what you see if you zoomed out the camera. If you noticed, every time I zoomed out the camera to show you guys what I was doing and what I impacted, you'll notice that my team was getting something. As a DPS, that's your job. I don't care how many times you die 20 times. As long as our team is able to capitalize off what you just did, it works. This is why I end up winning more of my games when I'm going 1-for-1 than someone who ends up winning their games, like popping off, getting like, I don't know, 4 kills, just straight up ulting, right? There's many times, bro, I can't tell you. It's a learning experience when I first started climbing. There's many times, as an example, let's just say this guy, I don't know, Winter Soldier's team just died, right? He just died, or they just died, I'm sorry. And this dude goes ahead and he pops me again. Bam, kills me. Again, bam, kills that guy. Again, bam, kills that person. But his whole team was dead and 3 of my teammates are still alive. Winter Soldier's dying, or Winter Soldier is retreating and they don't get no push off of it. Right? That's the point that I'm trying to emphasize. That is what I'm telling you. It is okay to die. It is okay to limit test. It is okay to have a negative KDA because it doesn't matter. As long as you win your games, that is what matters. The game knowledge, like mechanics come and go, right? One day you're popping off, one day you're not. Mechanics come and go. Game knowledge lasts forever. This is why a lot of the times you might find yourself streaking and then you start losing. Streaking, losing. You're inconsistent. I can climb whether I pop off with Star-Lord in one match or not. I'm consistently playing the same game. I just do worse than some of them mechanically. But mechanics come and go. As long as you're smart enough to consistently win your matches, you will win your matches. The main thing that I want you to learn from this video and that I want you to understand is you need to ask yourself this question anytime you do anything as a DPS. The question is, can my team capitalize on whatever I'm about to do? If the answer is yes, go for it. If the answer is no, don't go for it. A lot of the times I limit test and I die, but I already knew they'd capitalize off of it regardless of if I live or not. That's the difference between limit testing properly and not. That's also the difference between someone dropping 4 kills in a span of like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and gaining nothing out of it. I guarantee you as a DPS player, you've done that before. You almost wiped the entire team and your team got nothing off of it. Maybe it was domination, maybe it was convoy, whatever. You didn't get anything. Your timing was off. That's all it is. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys had any questions, as I said before, let me know. And until next time, you know what I always say. Think you guys are doing what? Popping often. Cool often.